Welcome back to another exciting edition of The Reactionary Zone. I'm your host, the Impact Player, and today we're going to be reacting to the Dusty News Network. So let's go ahead and check it on out.
Welcome to your favorite news network, the Dusty News Network. You know where Negro news comes first, and I'm so excited to be your host today. Breaking news, a lot of inspecting for some of my stories, and that is true. But sometimes you guys send me the information, and boy, don't we have some stuff today. Obviously, we do know in the black community you have what is called down low men or situations like that, but you never hear the testimonies from these guys about what they did or what they was doing.
All I have to say before the video completes in its entirety is this a message to my good friend Oshay the Duke. Bro, this is what we want, bro. Like, you know, the celebrity junk, I mean, it's alright, but you know, I'm speaking for the majority when I say, man, we don't care about that. We love the Dusty News, bro. Like, this is one of the first series I ever saw from you, bro. And I'm telling you, you have me on my tail, laughing in tears sometimes, bro. Like, please, you know, you're doing a good job out there. I know it don't mean that much coming from me, but you're doing a fantabulous job. You know, just keep that up, man. Give us what we want, bro. And thanks too. Thanks for creating the content.
And what made them go directly over to men. In today's episode, we got that example today.
We started dating back and forth, and he was still living with his wife, even though they were separated. Even though they were broke up, they were separated.
But wait a minute. That's because I had sit back. That's because I had children. It wasn't as easy for me to just jump up and do whatever. You know, I had children, and my children were very close to me. They were closer to me than they was to their mother.
Wow.
So it was very hard to try to juggle both. You know, I knew I was going to be with him, and I knew that there was no change in that.
Wow.
However, I was trying to figure out how I could, like, make it a smooth transition and
a smooth
have my
transition.
Children still understand me. And
y'all hear the brother.
Wow.
He's saying that he was with his wife or separated from his wife. His partner, who he's been with for a very, very long time now,
oh my God,
understood that this man was married and had kids. This man had a wife that
still
was literally pregnant. And he says, well, you know, I really cared about my kids because my kids was close to me. I was just waiting for the right time to let them know.
Damn!
Wow.
Negro, nobody ain't gonna understand why they daddy left their mama to get their cheeks clapped. What? I don't know what you smoking on, but I don't want none of it. And then it gets worse.
I moved in with him. I was staying with him. And my wife was still pregnant. And I made a promise to her, when you have the child, I'll be there. Because I was always there when my children were born, and I was not going to do anything different. She called me, and I went up there with her, and I sat there and held her hand while she had the baby. And she said, are you going to come home? I said, no. And she said, you should come home. You know, I need you with the kids. And I said, yes, I get that, but you know, we're not going to be together. I mean, it's just not going to work.
How long were you married to this woman, Greg?
11 years.
11 years. Did you know that you were attracted?
So let me. I don't want to make assumptions, but I guess I am. So I guess all three of these brothers are gay. I mean, let me be the first one to say there's nothing wrong with that. Do what you do. You know, I'm not going to gay shame anybody. I'm not going to shame anybody for any reason for that matter. I'm just like all three. Because see, it looked like the interviewer, he's also gay, or at least he talks like, you know, that thing. And then, of course, you got these two brothers. They hugged up with one another. That's, wow. Okay. But I fail to see the problem, though.
To the men when you first got with her?
Yep.
Okay.
I wasn't seeing any guys, and I had never really done anything at that point. But I knew that I was interested. As a matter of fact, I even.
The whole thing is that's messed up for the wife, though. That's the only thing I gotta say, because like, she was with you for 11 years thinking you were straight the whole time. And I don't know how old you are. I don't know if you said how old you are. But it's just messed up that you would do that, especially if you care about somebody. You should just be honest with them up front, because otherwise they're thinking, and they're just being strung along the whole time. They're thinking that things are just hunky-dory, and they're having kids and stuff with you, thinking that's what you want. But in the end, you know, that's not really what you wanted. So that's all I got to say about that.
Now the man is saying that his wife wanted him to come back home. He said, no, I'm not going to come back home. He thought he was saying something when he said, listen, I was holding her hand while she was pregnant and having the baby, only to tell her that, you know what, I can't come home to you and be with you and the kids. I got to get my cheeks clapped the F up by the light-skinned brother, all right?
Wow.
Then what made it worse is he said he knew he was gay the whole entire time. He even told his mom that was the case, and she said something like, boy, it's all right, it'll go away. And it didn't go away. But you know what's even worse?
The brother who I got my...
Boy, if you don't sit your stupid ass down, who you think you is?
My wife caught me with was one of the deacons at the church I attended, and she came in the house and caught us in bed. When I got off from work, I would go by his house, and he would teach me how to suck a how to all do those things that we do. And I liked it. I loved it. I craved it.
You loved it, bro?
And so I got sloppy. And then one day I went to his house after work, and my wife at the time saw my car in his driveway. I got that sloppy. He didn't lock the door. She came in the house. We were upstairs. She saw everything. She left the house. I didn't even know she was there. When I get back to my crib, her brothers are there. They told me, you can't come in this house no more, faggot. You know, she was crying in the background. It destroyed me. It destroyed me. And yeah, she filed for divorce and so forth and so on. Yeah.
Wow.
Damn.
All right, so that is the author J.L. King.
Bro, in his story, like, why did he have to go into detail of oh man, no, I don't think that was relevant to the story. I think he should have just talked about getting exploited or exposed, or being on the DL or whatever the case may be. Not give us the details, bro. We don't care about that.
He's written about this subject, but I've never seen him actually come out and talk about it like this.
I know.
He said that he was in church and was learning how to, put the thing in his mouth. Left his car there. The wife comes there. Y'all was so busy to clap. She walked in there and saw you getting clapped. Okay?
Wow.
Then this question's asked. Clip.
Did she know this guy before, or was she following you? Or
she knew he was a member of our church. He was a respected deacon.
Deacon.
And he would speak to us as a couple. A small church. Everybody knew everybody. So yeah.
So the deacon at the church understood, like, oh yeah, y'all a married couple and all of this stuff. He was making himself available. I bet he was.
Don't care.
But check this part out.
And so in this church, he's speaking to y'all as a couple. When did he start hitting on you?
The stairs, the look.
Yeah.
The handshake, the brotherly hug at the church.
Oh my
God. Then one day he said, hey, Brother King, I am putting together a young men's program. I would love for you to help me put it together.
And it's just
y'all come by the house
for the
one
program.
Day. Let's talk about it. That was it.
So how did he start hollering at you? Giving you them little hugs and all of that. And I understand that this is not applicable to a lot of brothers in the black community, but it's something strange. Because on one end, yes, they did mislead these ladies. But on the other end, the reason why your wife caught you is because she knew something was wrong. All right? Something was wrong. And now for the first dude, the other guy that's with him, he he feels so good about the fact you took a man from his family. That's crazy, right? But this is what these dudes is admitting on social media.
Why?
As if it makes sense. These
See,
are
there's certain
things that if you go do something like that, you should take it all to your grave. You shouldn't be on here showing your face, talking about your cheek clapping expedition, how you got clapped all the way up, and then left your kids behind clapping. I mean, damn.
Man.
Next story.
Wow.
Brothers, I understand times is hard, okay? I understand that sometimes.
Before the next before the next story gets started real good, I don't know how to feel about it. I don't even know how I feel about the rest of this video going forward, bro. Like after something like that, bro, I think it's time to go home, bro.
You gotta live with your girl, all right? It's bad when your own mom decides that your girlfriend is right about you because you ain't about nothing, all right?
Wow.
This is terrible, but this happens for black men where your own mama is tired of your stuff. And I know you think I'm playing.
And that's cool. The house I done made, the house I built, the shit I installed, and this is what we doing.
TikToker
This is what we doing.
User put her boyfriend out for alleged cheating and abuse. He calls his mom and she
Man, no the
sides
fuck,
with the woman.
mom. You really about to? You really see this? What I'm saying?
The F out of the house.
I'm just asking her the reason this morning. She can't give me no reason. She's staying quiet. She ain't give me. What's the reason?
Wow.
What's the reason? What's the reason?
See, I'm gonna tell y'all what I call it. I call it the coalition. You know what I'm saying? And bro, it seems like your mama is a high-ranking member in the coalition. You know what I'm saying? So of course, I mean, you seem like an average dude. Like, you know, you ain't really doing, you know, too much or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because like, it don't matter. Every girl is going to accuse they man of cheating and abuse anyway. So you ain't doing nothing out of ordinary. But it seemed like your mama is fully entrenched, ingrained in the coalition, and she seems like she a high-ranking member. So it doesn't matter if she squirted you out or not, bro. Like your mama ain't gonna support you like that, bro.
What's the reason?
The same stuff I just explained to him earlier. You've been cheating on me. You always.
It seemed like the mama
and
the girlfriend were talking behind his back too.
Don't let me finish. That's why I'm done
talking. I don't give a fuck what you're talking about right now.
Exactly. I'm done talking.
No, this is my point. This is my point on this.
I never
This is my
finished
point.
what I'm trying to say.
Because I said this shit before we moved the fuck out here. Before we moved out here, you wasted my time then.
This kind of reminds me of, like, well, kind of reminds me, but it's not as like far of an extent of on the TV series Fallout when the mom was like, if you see him, let me know because he owes me some money. It's like she sided with the enemy at this point. I don't get it. You're supposed to. I guess. Yeah, I could see on the side. Yeah, it is it's your kid, so you should probably side with your kid. But I mean, I guess I could see it from the side that she don't want her kid to be doing that stuff and think that she's involved at that point. Why not just let it ride out? I don't know.
If you didn't
go
me for real like that after the shit I did and I came to you about the shit, I told you the truth about the shit. So this a lie.
I would have never told her the truth.
Now I'm done.
And you still in my face playing this whole time if that's how you felt.
This is what's going on. The girl right now, what is going on now? Yes, all of that shit, she been taking you back. She been dealing with shit.
Ain't no been taking me back, y'all.
Oh my God.
Mom, so you in here just listen to these ball things.
It sound like the mom want to be like, you know what, you ain't just like your daddy used to be. Like, it sound like she this close from saying something like that, bro.
Face ass lies. You in here listening to this goofy man.
Bro, you can't talk to your mom any kind of way, bro.
You back those
That's the saddest part about it.
Right now, play with me.
Yeah.
You dead ass in my face saying this shit.
Yeah,
you saying this shit to my face right now. Like that shit is not. You are you don't give a fuck. You don't give a fuck. I said this last 2 weeks, the week and a half.
Yeah.
I just told you how the fuck I've been feeling. You ain't come nothing to a.
Bro got kicked out after cheating. His mom is on the phone telling him, you need to get your stuff out, that girl love you. He talking about all the stuff he done built into an apartment, it seemed like.
Got him.
Man, I don't get it, bro. You over here mad at the lady, all in her face, threatening her. Get your stuff and move out, all right? And this is what I'm talking about. We got too many feminine young black men out here who don't understand how to control their emotions, who don't understand how to lead. All right, you done called your mom, the girl done video called you, or she recording you while you're doing that, probably because she's scared, but she don't respect you. Now you got to go ahead on and move out. You don't want to move out because you feel like you ain't got no place to go. And this is what leadership as a man is all about. Like, your mom should never be taking the side of somebody else, but you're so terrible as a young man that your mom is doing that. All right. Yeah. This is why somebody got to talk to this young brother and be like, listen, bro, I got it. You took an L. She wants you out right now. That don't mean she gonna always want you out. You supposed to tell her, listen, I made a mistake. All right, cool, I'm gonna leave. You over there arguing back and forth with her like a female, giving her that same type of energy, and you're not taking no level of accountability for what you did. I mean, you look scary, and then you're getting all in the girl face and all that stuff. I mean, that is whack, but this is what happens when you have these young black men with no fathers in the home. They act just like this. And then, you know, what's so funny is these black women talk about how emotional these men are, but then at the same time be bigging up single mothers. And then when these single mothers produce these kind of young black men who are emotional, y'all don't want to deal with them. They learned it from who raised them. All right? Always remember that. Next story.
Man, Oshay. See, I gotta disagree with you on that, bro. You know what I'm saying? These streets are cold, man. I mean, you looking at somebody who was homeless and was under the same circumstances, bro. Yeah, the streets are cold, lonely, you know what I'm saying? And then, of course, if you ain't got no money, you ain't got nothing to eat and stuff like that, you know. It's treacherous, you know. I believe society in a whole, like, of course, they're tough on man right now. The pendulum look like it's swinging, you know what I'm saying? And, of course, the world government is about to you know, give women that lick, so to speak. You know, I ain't, and that's why I don't work for the government no more. But yeah, the pendulum look like it's definitely starting to swing back. And then of course, you know, when you have a girl and stuff like that, and you trying to break up with her and stuff like that, she ain't gonna leave right away. The difference is, yeah, like how you just said, we're more physically bigger, stronger, and stuff like that. So of course he looks scary and stuff. Like how you say, I will agree with you on that, but yeah, and then see, that's the first thing, you know, you leave the toilet seat up, she ready to kick you out. You know what I'm saying? You don't wash your dishes late at night, she ready to kick you out. You know what I'm saying? Girl flirt with you, you ain't really put it in, you know, she ready to kick you out. And then of course, infidelity, she damn sure gonna put you out. You know what I'm saying? You lose your job, you spend way too much money, any, you know, remedial, minute, whatever reasoning that you want to give it, she ready to put you out. You know what I'm saying? And then of course, it doesn't matter whose name on the lease. You could be the primary, you could be the secondary, it don't matter, whatever, they just gonna put you out. You know, she gonna call the cops or whatever, the neighbors gonna call the cops, because you already know that's how folks is trained on these days and stuff like that. And when the popos get there banging on your front door, they just gonna put you out. You know what I'm saying? And then of course, what if you got work in the morning, or you know, what if you was homeless like how I was once upon a time, and then you get put out there on the skids, then what? You know what I'm saying? It seemed like way too many people, men and women included, first thing we do is run on social media and to put this whole situation on blast and stuff like that is, you know what I'm saying? She doing that for clout. You could say, you know, she probably recording because she's scared. You just saying that. So, you know what I'm saying? So you could maintain your status and get more views and stuff like that. But nah, bro, she outed, man. You know, she put it on social media so she can get views, clout, and attention and stuff like that, which is, it's just, from the word go, is diabolical. You know what I'm saying? He did show some level of self-restraint because when he balled up his fist, you already know he wanted to go to town, which is also bad and stuff like that. But, you know what I'm saying? The way social media is making people act, like, yeah, that's, wow. That's crazy.
This story is about something that happened in an Atlanta suburb called Snellville, Georgia.
Okay.
And it has to do
Thank goodness
with a
he
young
ain't call
man
out North
who is
Carolina
going
again.
viral right
Yes.
now for
We ain't up
basically
there no more.
throwing this young lady up against the wall.
It was this slap that Adriana Cotton says set her son Derek over the edge.
I guess it was
slapped
a
him? Oh,
slap in
she
the
slapped
face
him?
the first time. Something was said after that. He just scrolled on his phone. It happened a few more times where she hit him repeatedly. And the part that the video that I showed you was the last slap that she did before he finally retaliated.
That's the young man's mother. Okay, so what ended up happening was you had this young man. He was in class with this young lady. The young lady smacks a shot at him like 3 different times.
Wow.
He gets up, he throws the young lady around like a rag doll. All right. Now, the young lady, when she was first interviewed, forgot to completely talk about the fact that she hit this boy. Okay?
Twice.
Then we found out that she was lying about it.
When I asked if she hit her classmate during our interview.
Did you smack him 3 times?
No, no.
Because the person at the school I talked.
Bro, like, come on, man. Like, what do you expect the nigga to say, bro? You know what I'm saying? Dog, man, like, we Jamar Chase out this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Did you spit on Jalen Ramsey? Hell no, he spit on him. Even though we got video footage, bro. Like, what do you expect her to say, bro? You know what I'm saying? And of course, she gonna feel like she won't the aggressor, you know? So, of course, bro, like, man, don't ask her that. See, that I'm telling you, the pendulum is, we're watching the pendulum swing back this way. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying like you're gonna be able to deck the halls with Bowser Harley, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Because if you do that, then of course, who holds men accountable? It will be other men. So you ain't gonna be able to go overboard with it. But as far as like consequences and stuff like that, yeah, the pendulum is right before our eyes. It's starting to swing back to where, you know, as a female, you know, you can't be out of pocket like that no more. You know what I'm saying?
You said there's video of you hitting the kid 3 times before he snatched you.
And going back to the last one, I know I stopped that. But if I was him, I'd be like, bro, dog, you can't kick me out. Squatters' rights. See. You want to talk about being a little bitch, bro? I'm telling you, squatters' rights. All right, like I get mail here, bro. You can't just, you know what I'm saying, bro. You gonna have to evict me and go through the court system. And I need my house key too, and my arm hurts too.
You up? Is that true?
No.
But does Cotton think her son took things too far? I asked.
Do you think that your son went overboard with how he handled the situation when this 115-pound girl slapped him in the face?
Absolutely not. And I say that because I teach my girls to keep their hands to themselves. If they were to hit a male, you know, expect to get hit back like one. That's how I was raised. And then when it comes to my men, you know, my young boys becoming men, if a female is putting their hands on you and you have all right to defend yourself.
So I thought about this. If the girl that hit him, if she had to take a lie detector test, would she actually pass it if she believed she only hit him twice? I don't know. He asked her if she hit him 3 times. I don't know. I'm just saying. But also, if she didn't want him to take her out, then ladies, why is we putting our hands on the men, man? I get it if you guys are a little, playing around or whatever, slap box, just fake. But you know what? Just watch who you messing with, because not every guy's going to let you just do that. Not every guy's, necessarily has been raised by their mom or has, somebody teaching them that that's okay. Because some people are teaching them that's okay. Somebody's doing it. And who's doing it? Who's teaching women and men that it's okay to hit each other? Somebody's doing it.
Because you can seriously hurt them. Restrain them. Some way, somehow restrain them and then walk away.
Man, I ain't
That's
restraining
exactly what my
them. Yeah,
son
I
did.
restrained
Now
y'all,
that the
right?
man has caught her in a lie, he's like, listen, we've seen video evidence, or we heard this video evidence about you hitting the guy. She goes, no, well, we've seen that, all right? So the mom is saying that the young lady got what she deserved, and the young man, although he's much stronger than her, you know what I'm saying, acted in self-defense. So I've seen this video. The young man is much bigger than her and all of that. And like I said, I don't know if his dad is there, but the optics are always going to be bad with that, right? You're a big guy. I know she hit you and all that, and I get it. Shouldn't put your hands on a woman. Hold on. You shouldn't put your hands on a man because this may happen to you, all right?
Nah.
But at the same time, young black men that are being recorded gonna have to understand that from the bird's eye view, people want to look at you as you are abusing women. All right. And if it was my son, I would hope and pray. Listen, the lady hits you. Okay. You can block whatever you can, kind of try to get her off you, throwing her off you like you did. That's going to look bad. I get it. I'm going to support you because you're defending yourself. But in a way, there is a way worse. It does cross the line. All right. I'm just going to let you know. Because people are going to look at you as, hey, you bullying this young lady who's defenseless because she hit you. Now, here's what I'm going to tell you young ladies out there and you mothers who y'all got daughters and y'all daughters is going around talking to these young men like this. It's different now. It's not like it was in the 90s and the 80s. In fact, in the 80s and 90s,
that Oshay the Duke.
Some of these girls was bigger than us. Third and fourth grade, I got my ass whooped.
Have you ever watched that movie,
good.
Boys Don't Cry?
Shout out to Aisha Lethbridge, okay? Beat my ass. By the time I saw her and she was a senior, I was at Grant, she was somewhere else. Aisha was thick. I don't know what she looked like now, but Aisha was a fighter, okay?
Wow.
By the time 2000 came, super thick. I don't know where she is now, but baby, if you're watching, I'll forgive you for that ass whooping. But again, hitting women and all that kind of stuff, that wasn't what dudes did as much. Now, because you have the equality, well, you're a woman, I'm a man, so equal rights deserve equal rights. Equal rights deserve equal rights.
I'm telling you, Oshay, man, you gotta have boots on the ground, bro.
You gotta tell your daughters to get out of these young men's faces because they're still young men, and some of these men, 14, 15-year-old, hit the right dude the right way, they can knock an older guy out, a strong guy out. All right. So your daughter, for the most part, don't have no chance against those 6'2", 6'3", 15-year-old. I'm seeing these young men knocking out teachers and all kinds of stuff. It's crazy right now.
Easy,
so
bro.
you have to do your due diligence to tell your daughters to leave these young men alone. Go to the principal office or call the cops if these young men are bothering you. Next story.
Okay.
Guys, we had a great show. We have the deacon who was learning how to massage the D and his wife called him. We have the brother who crashed out after being kicked out by his mom.
Wow.
We have the situation where the young man has thrown the young lady all across the school. Which one should get the Dusty News Network of the day?
So, who do you got for the Dusty News Award right now, Supernova?
I'm gonna go with number 1 because, okay, buddy, why was you doing that in the church? It was like, he was like, oh, I'm gonna have some marriage counseling tonight, alone. Not awkward. No, I'm just kidding. But anyways, I just think like that one was a little bit on the far, like that he did that with the deacon of the church and then his wife caught him. Like, man, I feel bad for your wife because she probably thought you really loved her and stuff. Number 2, number 3, you know, that kind of stuff I feel like goes on all the time. It's just we probably don't see it as much because they be blurring stuff out on the internet so we can't see all the stuff. But, you know, I feel like that stuff, more stuff that goes on all the time. Maybe this first one does too and we just don't know about it. But honestly, I feel like that one's the dustiest. Number 1 is what I choose.
I have to go with number 2. Now watch it end up being the third one, but yeah, definitely I gotta go with number 2. It is because, right, if I'm predicting how Oshay usually thinks about these things, he's probably gonna be like, oh yeah, as a man, you know, dip, 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 dip. You gotta have your stuff together. Dip, dip, dip. Whoop, de whoop. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like this right here. Like that crash out. I mean, it wasn't much of a crash out, but the reason why this will be amongst the internet legendary allure, and I'm pretty sure he is about to talk about the same thing, is because, bro, it's like when Nas was battling Jay-Z. And Jay-Z kept going, and his mama had to get on the phone and tell him, hey son, you gotta cut this out, bro. You gotta cut this short. Or the Boondocks with Sergeant Gutter versus Thug Nifus. That's your old goddamn mama, nigga. Oh man, bro. Wow. Talk about an L. Like that's like one of the biggest L's I have seen in quite some time, bro.
Drum roll, please. It's number 2. Now,
see, told you,
I know
bro.
what you guys are gonna think. The first 2 dudes in the first episode should definitely get it. I understand that, but they ain't got no shame. They didn't came on and told their story about their clapping. Hard to
it shouldn't be no shame in that.
That keeps on giving, which is the dusty news of the day, because those dudes are dusty news of a lifetime. So they're so above the dust, I can't even give it to them. They deserve like an annual award. But the number 2 guy, the brother that your mom had to get on the phone.
See, told you, bro.
Get out the house, tell you to leave, and you didn't want to go. Throw that dust on him.
Oh, snap, bro.
Guys, that's my time. Send all your shows to planetoshay@gmail.com. And thank you so much. We gotta go. I'm out.
The last one, I think Shaq got into it with JaVale McGee, and Shaq mama had to get up in that mud, bro. Like, hey, Shaq, bro. Hey, Shaq, please. Like, I'm just, you know what I'm saying? It's history now. It's history. All right. So don't, please, bro, Shaq. Oh man. Cause, you know, motherfucker want to talk about some of the greatest trolls ever. I think Shaq is up there, bro. Like, please, Shaq, you a billionaire, bro. Please don't step this way, bro. Like, your size 17 shoe is way too big for me, bro. And your money longer. So please, bro. I'm just stating history that already happened, bro. You know, and no disrespect to Shaq mom and them. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, she's a beautiful woman and she's got a beautiful soul. But yeah, bro, like, it was so bad, bro, that Shaq mama and them had to get in the beef, bro. She had to tell him, like, bro, like, you gotta chill, bro. So it's always bad when your mama come in there and she's like, son, I gotta tell you what, bro, you gotta cut that out. Dip. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter what the situation is. Like, you could be playing the arcade at the arcade zone, and as soon as you get mad, God damn it, this game cheat, and your mama in the background, son, you gotta leave them games alone, bro. It's always bad, bro. You may as well just put your quarters back in your pocket, bro, and just, you know what I'm saying? just dip.